for another episode of the Good Girl Podcast. I am your host, Bianca Malineski, and this is episode 11, and I have a very, very special, highly coveted guest, Miss Samantha Robinson, here today with you guys. And I call you Sam. Is that your preferred name of choice? Or like, what's your favorite?
I think Sam. I've always gone by Sam. Now I'm kind of like, growing into Samantha.
Yeah.
But no, Sam, all the way.
Okay, cool. All right. So Sam, your Instagram, I always do every guest Instagram bio. So your Instagram bio is just founder at Cultured Collection LA. So are we like trying to keep it like minimal? Are you trying to be like on, so why just that?
I guess I've never really had anything on there.
Oh, really?
And I recently started this company, this estate sale company. So I thought, okay, might as well link it to my acting page just to, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I just never really thought to put much.
Is there anything you'd like to add to your Instagram bio or take away? Or like, there's only one thing.
There's only one thing. I think I'll leave the company for now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of, people who follow me, I think they know that I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I don't need to put like cat lover, animal lover, like living in Los Angeles. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else? What do you have?
I think I have like
author,
actress, writer, comic, because I do think that for me, I feel like it's helpful because I do the stand-up comedy and I'm also pursuing acting and I also wrote a book. But I'm not going to lie, ever since I wrote the book and started the podcast, I feel a lot better about my Instagram bio because at least it's like a little bit more clear. It's like author, here's my book, podcast, here's my podcast. So in that sense, the Instagram bio has been really helpful.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can also have like a link tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure like for your business too, like you have all these people coming in for you, like as the actress, and then they can check out your business, which is like just really helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
To grow your business.
Yeah. And I don't really have, if I feel like if I had like a show or something, I could put the link there. Yeah. Or a movie link or something like that. But
yeah, all the links.
All the links, yeah.
The tree of links. Okay, so Samantha Robinson. Are you a good girl?
Am I a good girl? I love it. I would say yes, I am. I very much have been conditioned from a young age to be a good girl. And I think I'm just trying to now just break free of some of the more toxic good girl traits. So yes, I've always felt like I've had to, do good, be perfect, look good, never make a mistake. That's something that I really struggle with. If I make a mistake, I beat myself up. And so, yes, I think I'm just so conditioned to be a good girl, but it feels good to be rebellious too, and to kind of speak up and to speak your mind, which I'm working on more.
Yeah. Do you know there was this study? Does it need to come out? Or
no, he's around. I just don't know.
Okay, someone's chiming in. It's so good to see you people again. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. How do you say your name? Vinette? So, okay, guys, let's circle back to this. So there's this study that I read that for elementary school students, something about like a little boy versus a little girl. Like if a little boy messes up, it's like they're more likely to try again because it's like, you got this, champ, like just go again. But like if a little girl messes up, they're more likely to like, I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like when you were a kid, where do you think you were getting that pressure from? Was it like from society, or was it from like family, or like religion, or like where was that?
For me, I think it was definitely from my mother, who it's like my idol, and I'm so grateful to have a mother like her. But I think, also I'm an only child, first child, I think as an only child, first child, your parents have a lot of pressure to, there's a lot of more rules. They haven't done this before, so it's their first time. They're a lot stricter with the first child. So I mean, I remember my mom told me a story that when I was, I don't know, probably like 2 years old, I don't know how old I was, but she had just vacuumed the living room. She's like, okay, I was eating cereal, like, don't make a mess. And of course, I like spilled the Cheerios and she's like, ah, she screams. And I remember running, I guess she told the story, I don't remember. I ran to the room and I was like, but I'm only a child. Pero solo soy una niña. In Spanish, I said that. I was speaking Spanish. This is amazing. I'm like, oh my God. Wow.
It's like a telenovela.
No, right. And then my mom, of course, was like cracking up hearing me. But, it's like, I think from her and maybe just the culture as well. Like, Latin.
My mom was like that too. My mom would always say, like, when we went into department stores, she would say, look with your eyes or like look with your hands and touch with your eyes. Yeah, so like don't touch anything.
That's really
like
funny.
Yeah, like stuff like that. But definitely my mom was like OCD, like about like the house and like how, and then Catholic. Like, so you grew up Catholic, right?
I grew up Catholic. That's another whole bag of I mean, the shame, like just sexuality and stuff. I had to, deal with that. The Catholic religion, they're very
well, I remember like growing up Catholic and going to church, but then like as soon as I turned 15, I was like, I'm gonna fuck my boyfriend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like, it was like, peace out.
Yeah.
CCD, bye.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I totally like went the other way because my mother was so strict and she wanted to like keep me as like such a good girl. I was like,
wait, did you talk to your mom about sex?
No.
Okay,
she
me
told
neither.
me, I had a boyfriend and she's like, if you're having sex, I'm going to send you away.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, where are you sending me to, first of all?
Where were you living at the time?
I was living in Miami.
In Miami, yeah.
So, of course, I was like, no, absolutely not.
No, ma'am, absolutely not. Hi, guys. Oh, someone's live from Bangladesh.
Oh, wow.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're just talking about shame, female shame, guilt, sexuality. Just like before we started, she was like, "Let's just keep it light." yeah. Like we're already okay. So really quick, how we met. So I think it's a funny story. We met at a birthday party of a friend of mine's husband who you had just worked with, and
shout out to Ryan Yeager.
Yes, Ryan Yeager. And I don't know exactly how it happened. Like I don't remember casually just like meeting you like hello. All I remember is like getting really sweaty and dancing all night long with you. Like I don't remember like a hi, what do you do? Like a casual point in the evening. I just remember this crazy
0 to 100.
So everyone at this birthday party, there were like two sections. There were the people sitting in the front patio drinking and talking like normal people. And then there were all these like Latin heritage people like in the living room dancing to Latin music. Like somebody just turned it on and we danced for hours. Like we were like
breaking
sweating.
It down.
We were breaking it. It was
there's a photo actually of you on the ground, like breaking it down. And then I think I was like on the wall at one point. We were just like going for it.
So that's how we met at this birthday party where it just like took a turn. And honestly, that doesn't happen that often. That was so bizarre.
Fun. It was really fun. And then we made like a Latin
and then we made a
chat.
Latin group chat. Yeah. And we actually did go listen to music once or twice.
It might have been once, but the fact that we went and
we actually did it.
We were committed.
We were committed to that one time. But and then I would just like to say through you, I have met all these other amazing women, which is insane.
Awesome.
Like 20 women. Like it's like crazy. So it definitely was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And then we went to Italy together.
And then we went to Italy together. I mean, we took the show on the road. We took the Latin dance show on the road.
We did.
Okay, some people, I love you. Someone said I love your blonde. Someone said I like the brunette. Okay, all right, guys. This is YouTube. We're here for it. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, guys. What brought you to LA?
Oh, Hollywood brought me to LA.
So you were just like
the dream brought me. I went to UCLA for acting. So that actually brought me. And I studied acting there.
So you were like 18.
I was 18.
Wow.
And I just was so, there's Vita. My cat has made an appearance. I was just wanted to come out here. I was kind of torn between New York or LA, but I really wanted to do film and TV.
Yeah.
So I thought LA was the place to be, and I haven't left.
How long has it been?
It's been 15 years.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
It's like, I think 17 this October. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's nuts.
It is nuts. Yeah, I do. I love it here, actually. I really do. So I think it's home for now.
So you came out here, you went to school. Can we just like talk about real quick, when you were 18 years old in LA going to school, what kind of stuff were you getting into like on the weekend? Were you just like out at the nightclub or like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember I met Medallion. It was like orientation, and then that night we were like in the club. I was like, "Do you want to go out?" She's like, "Yeah." And we like went to the club. Like,
what club did you go to? Do you remember?
I remember it was like one of the big ones back in the day.
So what was the club scene like back then?
It was fun. It was so fun. It was so different. I mean, I haven't been to a club for I can't tell you how many years. But
because there is no club like that anymore, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are.
Yeah.
I think there's some, like, I don't know, the name Warwick is coming back.
Yeah,
that wasn't where we went to, but for some reason, that's coming to me.
And they were just letting in like underage people.
Wow.
Are you gonna fake it?
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so because I heard a story about La Poubelle, like by me, and then that's where all the kids, like underage kids, would go to drink because they didn't card.
Interesting.
Like people from Santa Monica would go to La Poubelle to drink, like 18-year-olds.
That's such a scene there. That place is so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably so popular because they were letting people drink there.
Yeah.
So, okay. You knew from a young age you wanted to be an actress. Okay. You come out to LA. You go through the program at UCLA. Okay.
UCLA.
And then, like, when did you really like make it into a career, I guess? Or like how did that happen?
So I think just like through the program, I was just itching to graduate. They say like you can't really work while you're at school.
Oh, really?
But I got a manager in that time, and I actually booked The Love Witch while I was still at school.
Stop.
I went out, like it was my senior year, and I did the audition, and I had like 2 auditions, and then I had lunch with Anna, and I remember I was in crew. I had to do like costume crew to graduate, like the credits, and I got an email, and I was like, oh, I just booked this movie, and I was like, oh, like they just pay me pretty well. It was like, oh, so much, I was just like in college, and I didn't realize what it was, and then it took like a year from that time until we shot. Because,
really?
Yeah, it did. Because Anna wanted to wait for David Mullen, the DP.
Okay.
She had worked with him before, and then she also like made all my costumes from scratch. So
she did?
She sewed them.
Wow.
She made like a what's it called? Like a dress form, like a pattern. Yeah, like an actual.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but and she said she could make my dress from scratch. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah.
But it kind of worked out for you, so you got to finish school.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And so did they like say anything to you? Because like you were like looking for work like while you were.
No, I mean I wasn't really I didn't really do anything. I just was starting to audition a little bit.
That's such a weird rule.
Yeah, I get it. A lot of like conservatories or programs, they want you to be focused at school. It makes sense.
I guess. So with my college, they didn't have that rule, but I will say that I kind of did what I wanted to do in my first 2 years of college, like in the theater department. And then I got a manager. And as soon as I started auditioning for TV and film, I like wasn't there as much.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. And where did you go?
So I went to school in Austin.
Oh,
so I went to St. Edward's.
Cool.
So
love Austin.
Yeah.
The city.
It was, and at the time, that's like when Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, like Terrence Malick, like Richard Linklater, like really, like there was like so much stuff happening. I didn't book any of it. Friday Night Lights. That's awesome. My first audition was for the miniseries Lonesome Dove.
Ooh.
And it was like so intense. I was like, oh my God, this is acting. Like the script was like a mini series. Like it was like 400, 300 pages. It was like something ridiculous. I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to go back to theater.
Really? Oh my God, how funny.
But okay, so where are you kind of in your career right now? Like how's it feeling? What's happening? Where's, like,
where am I? Okay.
Where are
you? Well, I think I'm just at a place where I'm kind of just like letting it be what it is. I feel like in my 20s, I was just like holding it so tight. It's like a bird that you love so much that you kill. And I put so much of my self-worth in my career. So if I wasn't working, I would feel terrible about myself. And it was all a little bit, it wasn't healthy. And so through like these last few years, I've been really working on myself and diversifying. And I think it's just given like just a little bit more space and less desperation and just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to attract the right projects for me. And if it works out, great. It's still my passion. I still have things that I want to do. I mean, there's nothing more in this world that I love more than acting, truly. So it still lights me up. But, it's a tough grind. And everyone's timing is different. So I'm not going to worry about it. And I have just a little bit more ease now, which I'm really grateful for.
Do you feel like the industry has changed like in the last few years?
Oh, yeah. It's changed so much. Yeah. Just like since I started out, it's changed. I think that's what's happening. Like the industry is just kind of doesn't really know what it's doing right now. With like streaming and all of that. So yeah, it's changed a lot. I think now you really have to be like a multi-hyphenate. You have to be a writer. You have to, produce your own content. You have to have your own studio. Literally like Jesus.
You have to be Steven Spielberg.
Literally to get cast.
You have to do Jurassic Park in your backyard. Wow. So do you see yourself like expanding into like writing or directing or producing or like, does any of that interest you?
So, well, I actually did just produce my first project on this film. Yeah, the one that I shot in Minnesota in February. Yeah, I was a producer on that, which is cool. Yeah, so my first little foray into producing. And it was really cool because you definitely are more hands-on and I was in like all the production meetings. And I got to like help with casting and it was really fun. So definitely more producing. Writing, oh God, it's just hard. I've tried to write. I think I need to kind of give it another go, but I find it hard. I really take my hat off to you because it's not easy.
Yeah, it's I don't do music. Like, do you do music?
No, I'm not.
Like, I don't have that skill.
They say that if you are good at math, you're good, like with
at
music. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. It's like the brain.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
but you were a dancer.
I was a dancer. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, I used to dance when I was growing up, but no, I mean, I think I'd love to try to write a project. I really would. I like to have like more creative control.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And you like working in film, but you also do television, right?
Yeah. I've done some television. I just get cast more in film. Yeah. But I would love to do like a limited series or something like that.
But for writing, would you feel like you would do like a short or a feature or like try and baby steps?
It's just, but I did do that little, like, I know it was very like silly little thing like Jazz Kitty, but I really, it was so fun to just like, everything was chosen by me.
Oh, interesting.
And that was like my first kind of little like taste of that. And it felt so good.
Yeah.
To have that creative control.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. So what do we think? Are you like mulling things over?
No,
not
right now.
You're like too busy.
Too busy right now, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see.
Do you want to scoot a little closer to me? Because I want to make sure you're like, we're very cozy here on the couch.
Just hold hands.
You also smell really nice.
Thank you.
Okay, so career. We're gonna look forward to all of that. So, how do you find the motivation to keep going?
I think I'm just like, that is my personality type.
Oh, really?
I am a Scorpio Mars, and I think we're just like relentless.
Oh, really?
We just
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's true. But I'm not saying that I don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
Like, I've definitely had times when I've just been auditioning and like hearing nothing, where you just burn out.
Yeah.
At that point, there's times you're just kind of like, I've lost steam. Like, I feel nothing right now.
What do you do in those moments?
In those moments, I just kind of just let it pass, you know, like it's very normal when you've experienced like rejection over and over again and zero back, like no like feedback, nothing. It just goes into the ether. All the work really you do, it's very hard. It really is. So it's very normal. I think you just kind of know that it's par for the course. It is part of being an actor. And, you know, I think when you get another audition that really like inspires you, you can kind of get excited again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I feel like you've gotten to do such cool projects, like such interesting, cool projects. Like, do you feel like do you like those things just kind of like you gravitate towards those things, or you just like, I feel like you just end up booking like all these like really cool things. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I think because I did The Love Witch, it really opened a lot of...
Okay, so can we talk about this for a second? So what was that experience like? Like, I know you probably get asked this all the time, but like, did you know what you were getting yourself into? Like, in the moment, did it feel special, or like did that come later?
I think not until I was like on set. So obviously I booked the role. I was like, oh, cool. I didn't really think much of it. I was excited, obviously. And then I was working with Anna for like a year. We rehearsed a lot. But I was kind of like, is this movie ever happening?
Oh, how funny.
You know, like after time passes, you're like, I think I should be doing the movie. Then we got to set, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is my second project I'd ever done.
Wow.
And so I was like, oh my God, there's like a lot of people here. Like it's a real movie. Okay, cool. And then I think it was just like a few days in where I'm just kind of like, this is something special. Like everyone just had a feeling that it was just something very unique. And we did have that feeling. Yeah, I was like, there's something here, you know, like this is unlike anything else.
What was that? Like what was that feeling that there was something here?
I just think it was just, I don't know, we could all collectively feel it. Like the makeup artist and I had that feeling. I think it's just, obviously the movie's so visually striking. Anna has such a specific vision. And just the way that it was all coming together. Obviously, David Mullen's a genius cinematographer. All the elements were really coming together in such a way where you just have like this kind of like there's, I don't know. Like
what a feeling to graduate college and then go and do this movie. Like to be on this set working with these people and like really putting to use like everything you learned like in real time.
I think I just got really lucky.
Yeah.
And I don't think I realized how lucky I was. That I did. I mean, I was extremely grateful. I remember being like, oh my God, like so grateful every single day. I knew that, but I just didn't, you know, you think that like, okay, like more things are going to happen and you just don't really understand. I was very, very green in the industry and just starting out. So to have like a movie that got such critical acclaim. So I mean,
it's literally like iconic, like it's on everyone's like list of like, you never would have known that.
I would have never known that. I just didn't think that it would have such, I guess we knew it was something special, but I don't think any of us knew.
Do you think Anna knew that it?
I think so. I think she did. Yeah, she knew.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Wow. What an amazing experience. Yeah. And then I'm sure like after that, like you're working and you're like, not that like everything's like not, but it's like, it's a certain level.
Well, even after that, I was like, okay, nothing. Like it didn't pick up steam for quite some time.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a slow burn where people started, like the following started to build. But
where did that movie come out? Like at a festival or like which festival?
It premiered at Rotterdam.
Okay.
That was the premiere. And I actually went there, which was cool. But then like I had to fly back because this agent at the time was like, I got you a general hospital audition and like you need to fly back. And I regret that moment. I should have been like, no, I'm here in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
But she was just like, ugh,
General
goodness. I
Hospital.
know. Of
You're
course I
like-
didn't book it.
You're like, I just did the Love Witch.
I think she was like abusive on the phone.
Oh no.
It was crazy. Yeah, honestly. Bad experience. But yeah, and then it also premiered at BAM, Fantasia, I think, a few festivals, but it didn't get into Sundance. It didn't get into Tribeca. Like,
isn't that so interesting?
It's so funny, yeah.
And then it just becomes like a classic.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't it in the Criterion collection? Like, and like that's crazy that it didn't get. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know. It's like I think it's very political. Some of these festivals.
Oh, 100%. Okay, so what inspires you? Like what, like your creativity or like,
inspires me. Well, I mean, traveling inspires me.
You do travel a lot.
I love traveling. I think I just, you meet such interesting people. You get to learn different cultures, how they live. It opens your mind. There's just so much about traveling that really inspires me. But, film inspires me, different directors that I love, art inspires me, fashion, women inspire me a lot. They do.
Yeah.
So,
when you like, I guess like with acting, like it's an interesting question. Like, do you get like ever blocked sometimes and like, okay, I need to go do this thing because it'll help me get unblocked. Like I need to go work out because it'll help me get unblocked. Like if you're trying to prepare for something, like what do you do?
Yeah, I don't really have like that blocked feeling, but sometimes like this movie that I just did, we were supposed to shoot it last year and we had gone through the casting process last year. It got pushed, but I remember coming back to the material like a year later when I was like, okay, now we're really going.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, it just felt so much more lived in. Like, I don't know if it was like my life experience, the fact that I was actually dating someone now, and I was pulling from like that relationship. It just felt like sometimes taking some time apart and just having life experiences, I think can really help. So yeah, I think if you are feeling blocked, like just go out and just like take a walk or hang with friends or.
Okay, one more question about The Love Witch. When you auditioned, was it effortless? Was it easy? Or was it like, oh my God, I gotta like do all these things and like prepare?
No, I think it's just like I was so, I don't know. I always like prepared a lot. I'm like kind of like an over preparer. Like I like to really know what I'm doing. But I think I remember getting the sides and I did not know what I was doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think no one really on it also is like no one really got the role. Yeah. So I really worked with her of like what she wanted because she had such a specific vision for what she wanted.
Do you feel like she just saw you and was like, this is the girl?
I think she really liked my dance because I did a dance.
Oh.
That was part of the second audition, the callback. You had to do like a dance.
Okay.
And I think she really liked my dance.
What was your dance?
It was very sexy, It was you can look it on YouTube actually.
The dance?
I think she posted it or something.
God.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna link that below the Love Witch dance. But isn't it funny like when things just like happen so effortlessly?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's why I'm trying to just know that like your blessings are meant for you.
Yeah.
And to just know that like they'll come when they'll come, and like it's just timing, and just don't worry so much, I think we just like I spent so much time and effort in my 20s like just worrying and stressing out by my career, and it doesn't help at all. Yeah. If anything, it's like they always say like they smell the desperation on you.
So do you like, what do you do not to worry? Do you like do yoga? Do you meditate? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm really into meditation right now. This last year, I'm like loving it. I feel it really helps with my temperament. I can run a little like overthinky, anxious. So I really like it. And also movement for me is really important. So yoga, love hot yoga, taking a walk, running a little bit. I'm not great at running, but I'll just,
How long do you meditate like every day?
Now I'm meditating. So I started at 10 minutes and now I'm up to like 45 minutes.
Every day?
I've been slacking this last 2 weeks because I've been like super busy, but I've been trying to do it every day.
That's amazing. Okay, that makes sense. How you can just like be so like, It'll just like come to her. It's like she's meditating, folks. That's how she's doing it. Okay, what is your relationship to money?
Ooh, my relationship to money. Well, it is improving.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's some old deep-seated beliefs, like the good girl ones too, that I've been trying to undo. Definitely like some scarcity mindset. Also being an artist and like not making that much money also doesn't help. But I've been really trying to work on it, and just knowing that like the universe has my back. I actually saw a psychic that gave me really good dating advice.
Oh, really?
Yes. And she said to me, she's like, I want you to find the right guy, and it's going to start with you changing your relationship to money and not feeling like you need someone to depend on.
Oh, interesting.
And it's so true. Like I did have this belief that I wanted someone that I could really count on and depend on.
Yeah.
And she's like, you don't have to depend on anyone. Like you can just depend on the universe.
Oh.
And so I think it was just such great advice. And then I was able to like attract someone that, you know, like without that baggage, you know, like I think it's really important for women to be able to do it on their own, you know, to not rely on a man.
Yeah.
Yes, it's nice obviously to have someone that can provide as well, like you're in it together, but to know that you can do it on your own.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is important just because like, so there's so many factors to life, like, you know, like God forbid, but it's like, what if your partner doesn't want to be your partner anymore? Or what if your partner dies? Or like, what if, you know, like what if, you know, you need to have like, you need to be able to like take care of yourself, like always.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and never stay in anything that you don't want to stay in.
Or what if it's not good? Yeah.
You don't really, you're scared that you can't really make it on your own. And that's like, I think I would hate that feeling.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that I'm just been really just knowing that I can do it. And
is that when you started your own business?
It really is. Yeah, because it was like I've had the business now for almost 2 years, and I remember just like I was at a point where I was really low with acting, and I was just feeling like I don't know if I can do this anymore. Like it was the one, like I was at my breaking point because I'm in my 30s now. Like I see all my friends that have done like other kinds of careers are really now making their way, you know, and they're making good money and things are clicking for them. And I'm just like, okay, it's not a linear path with acting at all, any creative. So I'm like, okay, I don't really feel like, I mean, I have some things to show for it, but obviously financially I felt like I didn't.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't think I can like go on like this indefinitely without like some financial security. Like for me, it's really important to have that. And so then I started this company, and at first, obviously, I was really upset because I thought I was like letting go of the idea that I had in my mind of like the actor that I was and like how I wanted my career to go. And in the end, it actually turns out to be the best thing because it's given me that financial security. And just now I can really just, you know, do acting, still pursue it. But if I want to travel, I can travel or I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's just been recently. So that's like a whole new venture, which is exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah. It comes with a lot as well. Just like stress and, you know, it brings up a lot and anything like new that you do. But it's good. It kind of stretches you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Well, be sure to follow Culture Collection LA.
If you want.
On Instagram.
Yeah. It's an estate sale company if you want vintage treasures.
I mean, we're in your place right now, and this place is a treasure. Literally, everything I look at is like a little treasure. So, get Sam to help you find some treasures. Okay, so do you ever feel ashamed?
Ever feel ashamed? Well, I mean, I feel like, there's things that I wish I didn't do. Like, also like just like sweating the small stuff. Like I feel like I'm, you know, I meditate, I'm really trying to work on myself, but of course there's things that your brain just brings you back to
Yeah.
old patterns and stuff. And yeah, like things that are not important. I'm like taking mental space in my mind, or yeah, I think it's more to do with that. Obviously, there's things from my really past, you know, but and yeah, recently I think it's more putting myself through unnecessary stress, and then also not speaking up enough. I think that's something that I want, you know, I'm like, why I should be speaking up more.
Yeah. Like in what situations?
Well, relationship, I think you know, communication is tough for me. It's hard for me to really speak my needs. And I feel like if you want to have a good relationship with someone, you have to open up. You have to tell them what you need.
Yeah.
How can they know? They're not mind readers, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think that's an area that it's been difficult, but I'm trying to work on. Like my throat chakra is really weak, essentially. And then also in work, like just projects and stuff where you know, you as an actor, you just kind of you do what you're told. You do this and you hit your mark and this, that, and that, and you don't really want to cause waves. You don't want to be a diva. You don't want to be that person. And so I have now just recently, like it's just this year where I'm like, no, I need to start speaking up. Otherwise resentment will build and I won't be able to act. Like I won't be able to, like my instrument will not be in like the equilibrium that it needs to be in so that I can perform. And sometimes just like getting it off your chest and saying, you know what, this doesn't sit right with me. Then you free yourself. Or in a relationship, you're like, hey, you know, this has been happening and like I don't really, you know, I need this. And yeah, just speaking up. It's really I'm kind of like ashamed that I have such a tough time with it.
Well, I think like before we started the podcast, like I was telling you about something and I said like I'm afraid that like I'll say it and then they don't want to be with me anymore. Like do you feel it's like you have a hard time speaking up because you don't want to be too much, like you don't want to ask for too much, or you're afraid they're gonna leave? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in work too. Like
I think I'm just like so afraid to make waves. I think like I'm trying to remember, like with my relationship, I just I don't want to rock the boat too much. I think that's what it is.
Just be like with Gone Girl, like be a cool girl.
Exactly. Like, just like I'm just go with it, you know, like I'm good, like I'm easygoing.
Yeah, like, but it's like really you're like, I need to know what day we're I need a solid plan. Like just earlier, like this guy I told you that I've been talking to, I was just like, I kind of need to know like 2 to 3 days, like at least like ahead of time, like if you want to get together, because it's like I do make plans like for myself.
And good for you. So you told him, that's great.
And I told him, but his reaction was very like, it like he was like caught off guard or something, and I'm like, it's cool. I'm just like telling you like what I need. Like it's not like you, but it kind of made him flabbergasted. And I was like, oh, was I too much? And I was like, no, like that's just the truth. Like, you know, like that is what I need moving forward.
Fine. And that's okay. Like we have needs.
But it caught him off guard.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I think it's telling to see like how someone reacts when you do kind of tell them what you need.
Because like just as much as you have a hard time speaking, I think the opposite end, the receiving end, they might have a hard time taking criticism or taking that. And
I think it's a good test, like for someone that you're dating, like if they don't take it well or they become super defensive, take note of that, because I think it's a red flag to me.
For sure. And we're gonna get to that because I do have like what's a red flag. Okay, so are you single? No,
I'm not single.
Okay, so you have a boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend.
So like what was dating like for you before your boyfriend?
Well, so I was dating like pretty seriously for like 3 years, I would say, on the apps, really trying to find someone. I didn't really have I didn't really date in my 20s that much because I went through like pretty significant life stuff with like my mother passed. She was really sick, and it was just a really difficult time for me. And I just didn't have the mental space to really like to date seriously. So after she passed, then the pandemic happened, and then I was like started therapy, and I'm like, oh, okay. I finally had the space to like look at some of the things that I was doing and like really notice certain things and do the work. And then I was like ready to date and really try to, you know, get out there. But I hadn't like gone on like dates, like a lot of dates, you know?
Yeah.
So I started my dating journey, and, you know, ups and downs. Like, of course, I felt defeated at times. Like, I definitely deleted the app because of some horrific dates, like terrible dates. Like, one guy told me that he hated my one dimple and he wanted to pour concrete on my face.
What? Like out on a first date?
On a first date. I was like, thank you. I definitely deleted the app for like 6 months after that. But no, I mean, it was good. Every guy you date, you learn something new, something you like, something you don't like.
But I could totally see like how a bad experience could set you like off to not want to get back on there, because it's like those things are tough. Like going, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's like light trauma involved in like this stuff. Yeah.
Like, and then, you know, there's an array, like the gamut, you realize, whether it's like someone just leads you on and they ghost you after you have sex, or whatever it is. Like, there's so many different things. And then like, then you meet someone and they're like, tell it, you know, just weird comments. And you're like, what the hell?
So when you met your current boyfriend, were you like always just waiting for like the other shoe to drop? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually felt really comfortable. Like that's, I think that's maybe why it's like, it feels right, is because I never doubted. I never had any of those weird feelings.
Yeah.
Never was like, oh, he hasn't texted me. Nothing. Because he was just so consistent and just so like never made me doubt at all.
Wow.
So,
and you feel like it's because you guys were like two people who were kind of looking for the same thing at the same time? Or like,
I think so. Yeah. But he actually hasn't, like, I'm his first girlfriend, really. Like,
oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, he dated a little bit, but not, I mean, long term.
But do you think like in his mind, he was like, okay, I'm ready for a girlfriend now. I'm gonna go get one.
Yeah. He was like paying the subscription on Hinge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like he was.
That's when you know they're really.
That's when you know they're looking seriously. But yeah, I mean, I definitely was about to throw in the towel a few times and was even thinking like, oh, I'm going to move to London. I'm going to move to New York. But then I'm like, Samantha, there's 10 million people in LA. There's got to be someone that you can date. I think you also have to change your mindset to it. Instead of being like, there's no one, there's nobody to date. It's like, no, there has to be somebody to date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a numbers game.
Yeah.
Yes, it's difficult. I'm not discrediting that. It is tough. It's not easy, but like also being so negative about it is not going to help.
I agree. I do think that, you know, for everyone who says like, LA sucks, like you're never going to meet someone here, it's like, well, you can't really think that way.
Yeah. And I mean, there are like, you know, in any big city, of course, you know, it's not always easy, and it's just a numbers game. But I think once you start kind of changing your mindset, being like, oh, there's so many people today. Like, I remember I kind of started to change my mindset, and I was like dating all the time. I had like 3 different relationships, not at the same time, but like, you know, like all these really interested, I had like an abundance of dates.
Wow.
Like I had no shortage of people wanting to date me. Yeah. But that was because I really think it was because I changed my mindset. Yeah,
I think really so too. I think it's energy. It's all energy. Like what kind of energy you're putting out. So when you had your first date with your boyfriend, were you like, what was the vibe?
The vibe. Well, the first day I wasn't 100% sold. Like I remember seeing him come in to the bar that we met at, and I was like, oh, he's hot, like a lot hotter than his pics. Girls and boys, don't give people chances, you know, like people don't always put the best pics on there. Yeah. So, you know, don't be so judgmental. I feel like some of my friends that I'm like helping them date, they're like, no, under 6, has to be over 6 foot. This, so many criteria, you know, it's like, no, give people a chance. But yeah, I remember seeing him and being like, oh, I liked what I saw.
Yeah.
I liked his energy. I definitely like was attracted to him. The date like was a little like stiff, I think. I think I felt like we didn't have like there was like some silences and stuff.
Oh God.
So I was like, okay, this is a bit awkward, you know, but I think maybe like he was nervous. And that's why it's like give people a second date. You know, people can be nervous.
You guys met for a drink.
Yeah, we met for a drink. And then it was the second date when I was just like, oh, and it clicked in for me.
What clicked?
Well, it's kind of funny, but he was like, I really like Reddit. I'm like, I love Reddit too. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm like, oh my God, okay. That's kind of weird. I just didn't expect it. And then I just like looked into his eyes and like they were just really kind eyes. And I was just like, it was just those two things. I was just like, oh wait, hold on. And then it just kind of like, I don't know.
How often do you guys talk about Reddit like in your relationship?
Not that often, but he's like on it way more than I am. I just like to like look at like, you know, honestly love Reddit.
Guys love Reddit.
Yeah, they love Reddit. Yeah. It's so fun.
I'm like, I see the same clips on
Instagram. I know. Yeah. It is basically Instagram.
Yeah.
I like it more of like if you ask Reddit something, there's like the threads and stuff. I like it more because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind eyes and Reddit, and then and then you guys kind of just like kept dating and just
kept dating, and it was like very like slow and steady. Like
how often were you seeing each other like in the beginning?
We were seeing each other probably like not that often, probably like once a week.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty, like I feel like if people have jobs and stuff, like once a week. Yeah,
once a week, and then maybe like you increase it 2 times a week. Then maybe like but I live, you know, on the east side. West Hollywood. So it's kind of a commute, especially during the week he works and I'm busy. So, you know, but then we'll do like trips together and stuff and then spend like consecutive days. Or maybe I'll stay with him like a week or something.
Yeah. A week like, in West Hollywood.
You know, bring my cat.
I know. Your luggage.
My luggage, literally.
A week. Yeah. I mean, it's like dating is so interesting because you definitely want to take your time, like you want to get to know someone, you know, but at the same time, like the physical hassles of like when you're not living together yet are just like so annoying. I remember, I think I write about it in the book, like I was dating this guy who lived in what was it, like Culver, like not like mid-city, but it's like called something. It's like an area like by Culver City. And it was so annoying to drive down there and like spend the night over there. And I just like, there's nothing worse than like waking up the next day and like not being able to poop in your own space, or do you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like just, I hate the beginning or like not living together.
I mean, even like it's inconvenient for me sometimes because, you know, he works during the week. He has like a serious 9-to-5 job, you know.
So he's like up and gone.
Yeah, he's up. So for him to stay at my place and commute, it's like it's too long for him. So I would have to come a lot to him during the week. Weekends like are more free. But you know, it's like, what am I gonna wear? You know, like it's so annoying. Like you want to have your wardrobe done to like pack a bag and then
or your groceries or like
you know, anything. Like honestly, that it happened times where it is inconvenient. But then again, like I love my space.
Yeah.
And like,
I thought you were about to say I love him.
No, I love my space.
I mean, you have an amazing space.
I love, like, honestly, why should I live with him before I'm married?
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean, that's like so old school, but yeah.
But it's just kind of like, why would I give up like my apartment, my freedom?
Yeah, because I will say, like, when you're younger, I think it's like, okay, like, let's just live together. But I think, like, when you get older, you're more like, no, like, let's really be sure about that. Just because, like, that is, like, a serious commitment. And it also is nice that you guys have your own spaces to go back to.
Well, also, it's just, like, protection for you, too. Like, okay, if I move in with him, sell all my furniture or bring some of it.
And you have such great stuff.
But I mean, it's just not, then it's like, what if it doesn't work out? And then it's like, well, gotta start fresh again.
Yeah.
Like, gotta find a new place. No, and also just yeah, like when you're like, we have our whole lives to like live
Yeah,
together.
that's
Basically.
true.
But I mean, listen, everyone does it their own way. And there's something to be said about like, let's figure out if we can do this,
Yeah.
and like work out the kinks and stuff. And really,
But I feel like what you're doing is like pretty figuring it out, like going over there for like extended periods of time, like if you can actually live with him.
Exactly. Like I think in like if you spend an extended period of time, you can kind of see. I mean, maybe not absolutely everything.
Yeah.
But
so what is a red flag for you? We were talking about
red
it
flag.
earlier.
Well, I guess what I said before is a red flag if someone, like if you kind of express something that you need and they get defensive and stuff, or they don't listen to you, or they can't take accountability. That's a big red flag to me. Someone that can't ever say sorry, I don't like that. Or see like your point of view. Yeah. Red flag. I'm like trying to think back now to some of my dating escapades. I remember I was dating a guy, and like when they're too much too soon is a red flag. Yeah. Where they're like, we love doing this to that, like to other people. We love this. We love that. It's like, we're not a we yet. We've known each other for
somebody made you a we?
Yeah, like in like 2 months, we're like, I'm like, I'm just like, wait. Like, there's no we here.
Did you say that?
No, but I clocked it. I was just like, this is a bit too much, and it kind of leans towards more like codependent tendencies, I would say. Obviously love bombing is a red flag. Yeah. I feel like we've all experienced that. Yeah. And then on the other spectrum of that, like someone who is not emotionally available, like maybe cancels or like forgets like that you had a date. Oh, God. And like they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot. Like I was busy and swamped at work. Like, okay, I'll let it slide. But a bit of a red flag, kind of like there might be more there. Yeah. Yeah. That maybe he's just like, doesn't want to, like just trying to keep you at arm's length. Or, like, I don't know, there's little things that you can see that they're not really being considerate of you or taking it, like prioritizing you as much as they should. Like it's, because they probably don't want to get too close for whatever reason. Yeah.
Do you feel like it's easy for you to like pick up on the red flag and then like address it or call it off?
Yes. I mean, I think it's just like when you kind of know pretty soon early on, like I've dated people where I'm just like annoyed by them, like very annoyed. And that's when you know that you're like, this is not for me. So,
well, that kind of leads me to the next question. Is there something that really gets your blood boiling? Like, I don't know if it's the same thing as annoyed. Yeah. But like, we can change into like not relationship. Is there anything in like what in general really bothers you?
Wow. I mean, obviously just like justice things. Yeah. I mean, bullies really bother me. Anyone, preying on someone that's like more innocent or animal cruelty makes my blood boil. Anything like that, obviously, really infuriates me and angers me and saddens me.
Do you feel like sometimes it's easier for you to speak up, like for others, like when it's not happening to you?
For sure. Yeah, definitely. Like that is when my voice can really come out. And I've, had moments like even when I was really young when I would be like, that is so, and I like, if someone was bullying someone else, I would like stand up to them. That just really bothers me. Yeah. It makes my blood boil.
What makes your blood boil? What is something you struggle with?
I struggle with I touched on it before, which is just like if I make a mistake.
You still struggle with that?
I beat myself up about it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I've even done like a therapy session on it because I'll be like, this is not like a normal reaction.
Like what kind of mistake?
Like any mistake, anything.
Like you forget your keys at home.
Like I'm like, yeah, like just any like thing where I beat myself up and to the point where it's like it's not healthy. Like it causes me distress. And I don't know, like I think it's because from when I was an early age, maybe like I was told, but having like a strict parent, maybe you're just like, what did I do? You know, like that visceral feeling. But I struggle with that even like with the the estate sale job has brought up like just
Oh,
different feelings
interesting.
because it's all on your shoulders and like
Yeah.
I'm in charge and you're just like, oh my God, did I make a mistake, or are they going to be happy, or did I do a good job?
Yeah.
All those feelings, you know.
I feel like something I've learned like in life is that I am such a perfectionist, or I exceed what, like, my 50% is other people's 90%. So like I kind of know that like I'm doing a good job, like, you know, so
you don't have that.
I feel like that has only happened like maybe in the last like 5 or 6 years, where I just was realizing that I have so much output, like I'm working so hard like at my day job or like whatever it is, and most people don't work as hard. Like so it's like if you make a mistake, like you're allowed to make, you're human. Like, you know, like we're all allowed to make mistakes. It's just like, but are you a bad like employer, like, or employee, like that, like that's a different, you know, thing. So yeah, it is interesting that you feel like you're still,
I'm glad you've gotten a good grasp. I mean, it's true because you work so hard.
I mean, I feel like it honestly came just from observing, like, you know, like kind of when you're the only employee and then like maybe you have to hire other employees and you have to manage them. Like when you start managing other employees, you can kind of see like people's work ethic.
Yeah.
And the majority of people like do not have good work ethic.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's also kind of just being like, listen, like you tried your best, like you're really trying your best and you have good intentions.
Yeah.
And so that's all you can do is try your best. And like a lot of the time, your best is a lot better than other people's.
Oh my God, 100%.
But we, you know, I think it is part of being like a perfectionist where you just, you know, want it to be perfect.
Yeah.
But that's not life. That's not realistic. So I'm working on that. I still struggle with that. Like I did a short film where I wanted to do like, I made a choice for like this one scene. I really like, for some reason, I wanted to do like this choice. And then after the fact, I was like beating myself up. I was like, wow, why did I do that? Like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm such an idiot, you know? And then just like really beat myself up over it. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, okay. That's not that bad. You know? I'm like, I don't know if it was the right choice, but I can live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is interesting. I mean,
yeah, something about making a mistake. It's still very tough for me. I'm trying to work on it. If anyone has any tips,
I feel like I still feel that way about auditioning.
Oh,
like, I feel like when it comes to auditioning, I struggle with not being like perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like feeling like I got it, you know, to the point where I feel like I try, and then I'm like, I have to give up. Like, I have to stop. Like, I'm driving myself crazy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
What are you wanting more of in life right now?
I think right now, I just want like a little bit of just like me time, a little bit of reset, kind of get back into my meditation. I've kind of like been really busy this last few weeks. Just kind of recenter myself, maybe some TLC. Just get back into like exercise and health and eating well. I think I've been just so busy that I've neglected that. And and obviously I would love to do some traveling if possible. We'll see. We have a few trips planned this year.
She's a wee person.
Now I'm a wee person, but after over a year, you can be a wee person.
You be a wee person. That is so bizarre, that man.
It's just like, wait.
No, like what were you guys?
He was like, we love games. Like we love games because we had like one game night.
Yeah.
Like having one game night does
you just
not
didn't
mean
like him.
I think so.
Yeah. Because that one seemed pretty innocent.
Yeah.
So what are your goals in life?
My goals in life are to, just enjoy life.
Enjoy life.
Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. Like there's no destination. This is it, guys. So enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, have fun, work hard, love like the people that you love and cherish them. And I mean, I would love to have a family of my own. I would love to be able to buy a house and host my friends and and obviously my family living there. But I would love that. That is a dream of mine. And then to continue working in in the industry and doing interesting projects. I would love to do theater. I really kind of want to step into that. More interesting projects, collaborating with people. It just lights me up. It's like, I love it.
It is so nice. Yeah. Like just creatively getting together and making shit happen.
Oh my God. Like the bond you form, like this movie that I just did, we were all doing night shoots. It was like, very grueling, freezing, Minnesota, minus 35 at night. Absolutely freezing. Luckily, we didn't have that many days outside, but still, it's like, but we're all there together. There's no trailers or anything. It's indie movie making. We became so close. There's nothing like it,
It is nice, like
it's
that.
So wonderful
Camaraderie.
Yeah.
That's what I miss the most, I think. I think when it comes to writing, it's like the writer's room and like writing and brainstorming, like that part's really nice. And then like physical production, like when you're acting, like being on set and the crazy night shoots and like bonding and like, that you have to enjoy those moments because they'll be gone in 2 to 3 weeks.
Literally 2 to 3 weeks. And that's why it's just like, I don't care that it's exhausting. Like I love it. I truly love it.
Well, that's exciting. When is that movie coming out?
That I'm not sure actually, but it will be released on Shudder.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So stay tuned.
Is there anything you regret?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of ties into like what we were talking about before of just like not speaking up and stuff. I regret that. I regret like, worrying so much. Also regret like my 20s, just like my mental state, I guess. Just not really enjoying the journey. But who has your life figured out in their 20s, right?
Do you feel like if you meditated, it would have been better?
Hell yeah. I think so. I think if I would have like meditated sooner.
What turned you on to meditation?
I listened to a lot of like self-help, like podcasts and stuff. And like, obviously everyone talks about how good it is. I actually did date someone who took me to like a meditation, like group gathering where everyone did like a little bit of like TM meditation for like 20 minutes. Everyone got like a mantra. And I remember I was just like, I was just spinning. Like I just couldn't settle my mind. And I was like, oh God, I really need this. But I just, I started slow. I don't remember. I think it was, everyone, you hear meditation. So I already knew that like it's good.
It's one thing to like hear it, and it's another thing to like do it for 45, get up to 45 minutes a day. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. I would be like, I'm interested in doing like a meditation retreat at some point, maybe kind of not for like 11 days, like Vipassana or something.
I did one of those.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. In Washington State back in, I feel like I was like maybe like 24 years old. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. How was that for you? Did you have any enlightenment?
It was nice. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah. I remember I felt just so happy like afterwards, like just so open and free and happy, and like the life is pretty simple. Like but then again, you are like sheltered away like while you're having this experience, and then you have to come back to reality. But it was an interesting experience. Yeah, and I used to be so into meditation, and then I just kind of like stopped. And so, but you're inspiring me to get back into it.
Just start, manageable. Just do 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Start with 10 minutes and work your way up.
Yeah, because you're glowing.
Oh, thank you. So are you.
Okay, what is something you want to manifest? Like speak out into existence. Like what do you like?
Universe, I
Yeah.
would like to manifest. I would like to manifest a really great job, honestly.
Okay.
Like maybe a show or something that's a little bit more long term.
Mhm.
Limited series.
Calling in limited series. What streaming platform?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, maybe like HBO or Showtime, or but I'm open.
Yeah.
Netflix,
Yeah,
whatever.
Netflix has
I'm
some good
good.
shows.
Yeah, something like that. I want to call in like a play.
Mhm.
I want to call in travel and maybe like a shopping trip.
Where do you want to travel to?
Well, there's so many places. Japan.
Yeah.
I really want to go to Japan, so I'm hoping to do that
This year?
maybe next year.
Yeah, I think I might go next year.
Yeah. I want to call in just more good times with people I care about, and just want to good health and
Yeah.
What about you? What are you calling in?
What am I calling in? I am calling in. I really need to sell a TV show that I wrote, and I've got some projects that I'm like, I just need to get them off the ground. Like that would really be amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, you're already killing it. This woman does so much. I'm in awe of you.
I do so much, yet
she
so
wrote
little.
This
So
literally,
we have some questions from Instagram, but before we get to those, real quick, guys, I did write a book. It is called Good Girl. It's available on Amazon. I cover a lot of the same themes of the questions that I asked Sam here tonight, like about shame and being a good girl and relationships and career and like all that stuff is all in the book. So I think there's a link to it on this YouTube channel, but Good Girl, it's called Good Girl by Bianca Malnesky, and it's available on Amazon. So now we're going to do some questions from Instagram, but real quick, I want to look at the chat. Any funny stories from film projects, especially Tarzana?
Oh, that's funny. I feel like nobody really shouts that one out. Yeah, I mean, let me try to think. Just really hilarious moments at the end with like Owen, who played like the billionaire megalomaniac. He was hilarious. Just some of like the improv he would do was so funny. Also, Oliver Cooper is like a comedic genius. Yeah, it's a fun little indie to do for sure.
Shamita wants to say, can I get a shout out? A hi, Shamita, from Miss Robinson. I love you and your work.
Oh, Shamita. Hi, Shamita. Thank you. Mwah.
This is the cool thing about live is that you can get like a shout out and stuff like that. I think I might have a question here from Shamita from Instagram.
Shamita.
So real quick, we are going to do like a rapid fire question. What was your favorite film, TV role?
That's super hard. I'm gonna just go with The Love Witch because
The Love Witch for the win. Why are you so cute?
I'm so cute because my mom made me this thing.
Okay. That was a question. I thought it was cute. What do you look for in a role? Is there a specific connection that draws you in?
Ooh, definitely. I feel like I do like things that are a little bit different, unique. Like I do gravitate to projects like that. But also just like the subtext, like what's going on beneath the surface. Like I really like to delve into like the psychology behind the character and what they're thinking. But I mean, honestly, to be honest, I just love acting. Like I could like really love doing a comedic role as well. You know, it's just, I just love to act.
So if got you an audition for General Hospital now, would you just say no?
I probably wouldn't. I mean, if it was a good role, I would try. Yeah. Why not? I never say no. I'm like kind of a yes person.
Yeah. But I feel like you always do book such cool stuff that like, I feel like you probably pass on a lot of stuff that's not cool.
Well, now, I mean, I did just pass on something because I was just like,
no. Yeah.
It was like a horrible, like brutal rape scene. Where I didn't have a lot of lines. It was just like, wasn't justified. Yeah. I was like, I don't think that's
Yeah, which is good. Do you believe in God?
I believe in a higher power
Okay.
and the universe, spirituality.
What is your next feature?
My next feature, well, I just did Goody Goody, which is maybe that we chatted about.
And the one in Minnesota?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So it's a
Goody
Goody. It's a horror film. It's a home birth that goes wrong in the middle of a blizzard. And
Okay.
so I had the belly and it's,
Oh, wow. Interesting. What's your favorite perfume?
Ooh, well, I kind of just like get locked into one for a certain period of time and then I'll change it. So I like this Chloe one right now.
Oh.
It's called Jasmine Sambac.
Okay. Is that what you're wearing right now?
Does it smell good?
No, it does smell good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's like good for spring.
Yeah, it's like
summer.
I like floral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Love Witch prequel?
Not right now, but who knows?
Is there going to be, if there was a Love Witch 2, I love how that question was a prequel. And then if there was a Love Witch 2, would you come back?
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's see where Elaine Parks is.
Do you want to direct a movie? If so, what kind?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I think it's a big undertaking.
Mhm.
I definitely admire that. I mean, you have to know there's a lot going into directing. I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but maybe one day.
Is there like a genre you feel more comfortable with, maybe? Or
yeah, maybe something like a little like surrealist, like maybe horror, maybe and I do love dramas too, but something maybe a little bit probably weird, I would say. Or, bizarre.
Did you get to keep any items from the set of the Love Witch?
I did actually. So I have the red shoes that I wore with the red outfit, and I'm keeping it. Like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe one day I'll sell them or auction them off or something. Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
All right. Favorite book?
Favorite book? Ooh, well, I just read Demon Copperhead, and that's really good.
Oh, what's that about?
It's a beautiful story about like this kid who grows up in Appalachia and his struggles of growing up really poor, and it's a beautiful, beautiful novel. But favorite book, I love, Giovanni's Room is amazing.
Oh, really?
James Baldwin, that's one of my favorites. Joan Didion, Tell It As It Lays is great.
Yeah.
Right now I'm reading The Goldfinch, which I'm really enjoying. Fiction, I love fiction.
Yeah. Got a good summer read for this summer?
Yeah, well, I'm still reading The Goldfinch.
The Goldfinch
is
your forever read.
Forever read. It's pretty long.
Yeah.
I am a slow reader, actually.
Dream role.
Hedda Gabler, which is so funny, guys. I know. So I was reading my Enneagram. I'm like, I think, do you know your Enneagram?
I don't, yeah.
Oh, really? Well, after this, we'll have to make you take the quiz and see what you are. So I'm a 3 with a type 2 wing. And I was reading like this book that was like going in depth about like my type and my wing. And they're like, Hedda Gabler is this wing. And I was just like, oh my God, like this is a sign that I need to play this role. You should produce you should do a production of Hedda Gabler. So I was actually working with this director who's amazing, Zoe, and we were going to do Hedda Gabler and produce it. And I'm not going to say more about it, but I think we're going to try to pick it back up again. Yeah. So thank you for the I love that. Guys, if we don't have any more questions, we have been going live for about an hour and 15 minutes. So type away in the chat. But if not, we will be back next week on the podcast. I think, what was it? I think we're going to do next Monday, actually. I know that's Cinco de Mayo, but it is what it is. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the podcast, please go ahead and subscribe right now so you can get updates for when we do podcast. But yeah, without further ado, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for having me. A lovely guest, friend, house beautiful. Thank you. So, all right, guys, have a good night, and we will see you next week.